Howdy, this is Mackenzie Franklin from SideGame LLC here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Today we're going to be taking a look at how to organize Space Base by John D. Clare and published by AEG. Now, Space Base has lots of little boxes. You have the core game box, as well as the Shy Pluto expansion, and this box, the Space Base Command Station. Now, this serves as an expansion and storage solution, and it also includes sleeves for all the different cards of the games. Now, this is going to include spoilers for the Shy Pluto expansion and all the modules contained inside there. So go ahead and just click off this video now if you do not want to spoil it for yourself. But they are just little modules, so it's nothing crazy, but they are organized appropriately in here. Now, that also being said, the command station here does not include sleeves for the tarot-sized cards in the Shy Pluto expansion, so you will need to get sleeves for that. And I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description for those. Any other things, this also contains all of the promo cards, but everything is organized very nicely. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. So first off, we open up the core game box, and we'll see that in this upper left corner, there's a nice square section here that's going to hold all your rule books. So you've got the field manual from the base game, the command station rules, as well as the Shy Pluto rules. The next thing that you'll see here is we have in this bottom right corner, you're going to have the Space Base bag, and that's going to include all of your, I forget what they're called, I think they're mining dice, something like that, but all your little dice from the Shy Pluto expansion are going to fit in this corner here. So that works really nicely there. And then on the sides here, this is where you're going to store your cards. So you're going to store them upright. You'll have your level 3 cards here. You'll have all of your starting cards here. You'll have all of your level 2 cards, and then all your level 1 cards. Those fit nicely in those sides here. Up next, in this section here, you're going to be able to fit in your tarot-sized cards. So these are for that Shy Pluto. So if you're going to be using the different planets or the monsters, that's what you can use these for. So we generally play with this one for those extra dice, the mini dice. And then you have all of your additional Shy Pluto cards here if you do want to run through that campaign again. You also have additional sleeves because the box does come with a lot of extras, so just in case some break. And then we got a silica gel packet in here just for freshness sake. Up next, we have a Stonemaier container. I really like this one because it fits perfectly in here, and it's going to store all of your rocket ship tokens. You simply open that top up and you're ready to go. I really like these. You can also pour it in here for a second dish of components. So I really like that easy reach. In this section here, we have more room for some cards that go sideways this time. And these are going to be all of your outposts here for points, as well as your start player marker. So those will go in this section here, as well as the additional expansion that comes with the command station module here. And then up here, we have 2 more small component bins. You can pick these up on Amazon. I really like the size of these, especially for this expansion, because they do fit perfectly into that little slot side by side. These are going to contain all your starting resource markers, as well as your charge tokens. And once again, you can pour these tokens on the top of the dish here to serve as a second tray. So those work really nicely, and they fit super nicely in there. On this left side here, we're going to have all the boards. If you lift from this side, they're really easy to take out. So these are all of your player boards, all 7 of them. So the game does play up to 7 players when you have the command station. And then in this section here, this is actually a dice tray from Chip Theory Games. So we got that trove chest, we got a bunch of these extra. You can also order these from the Chip Theory website, but I really like how well these keep dice organized. And so my wife really likes keeping the dice faces the same because she thinks it looks really good on camera. You'll have to let me know. Do you appreciate that as much as she does? I think it looks pretty dang awesome. So we've got all of our player dice here. We've got your dice for the extra bonus action from those satellites from Shy Pluto, as well as your mining dice, your starting ones, and then the World Eater here. I think that's what it's called. But those are all the dice organized super nicely, and they just fit in those rows, and they fit nicely underneath in that open area. And that's everything in the box, so let's go ahead and put it all back. So first off, we've got our dice tray here. We're going to cover all that with our player boards. We've got all of our Shy Pluto cards. We'll put those in here. We've got our expansion from Command Station. We've got all of our outpost cards. We've got our rocket ship tokens. We've got our 2 containers of charges and starting resources. We've got our start player, our starting rocket ships. We've got our level 1s, our level 2s, and our level 3s. And it doesn't really matter which order those goes, because I did have the 3s there earlier. And lastly, we have our bag of additional dice here. Those will go in that corner. Finish it off with those rule books in that square section on the left. And that is organizing Space Base with the command station. I hope some of you found this useful. If you have any questions about what you saw here, please let me know down in the comments below. How do you organize your copy of Space Base? Do you agree with the way I use this organization method? I'd love to hear what you think. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. We are growing at an awesome rate, and I'm really appreciating everything you're doing for the channel. And thank you so much for the wonderful feedback you've been giving on these videos. I really do appreciate it. But thank you so much for watching. Side Game Strong.